Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're in Lower Cassonaga and we're heading out towards Coral Bay, and we're going to go and have a look at the Coral Bay Strip and see what's going on this truly spectacular day. As you can see, the sky, it's blue. The sea, it's blue. Mr. Paul, he's dressed head to toe in blue. So that means that all that's missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Sunset Bay, that's the resort on the left hand side, and as its name suggests, it gets to see a truly spectacular sunset indeed. We've got different ideas of where the best sunset is in Paphos. Many people say that Cassonaga is the best place to watch the sunset. Many people say that Alexander the Great is the best place to watch the sunset. In fact, I have a picture from a man called Mr. Andy, who's married to a superstar named Miss Nessie, and he's got a picture from his top floor window, and he believes that that is the best sunset view in the whole of Paphos. And I know a lady who agrees with him, and she actually knows him very well as well, and they moseyed on down in the Hartlepool Marina not long ago and went for lunch. The one and only superstar Dame Anne, yes, she believes that the view from the top floor window in the hotel known as Alexander the Great is possibly the greatest view of a sunset that the world has ever seen. And yes, the Jet2 app is counting down. Dame Anne is raring to go, jumping at the bit. She can't wait to get on that big bird and blast all the way over to downtown Paphos and check herself in to Alexander the Great, probably the best hotel in the whole of Paphos. And many people agree, because we've got, well, lady so sweet Caroline. She believes it's possibly the best hotel in the whole of Paphos. She likes checking in, and in particular they like the room 007. There we are. That shows you the power of the man known as Nigel Lord Big Guns. There we go. So where are we? We're heading out towards Paya. Coral Bay in particular, that's where we're going. That's the peninsula that's sticking out on the left hand side, and well, it's warming up. If you're curious to know what the temperature is, perhaps if your name is Miss Dawn, you got a husband called Mr. Sean, you got a little cat called Miss Daisy, and of course a dog called Bobo. Well, the temperature today is in and around 22 degrees just after lunch, so that's not too bad, is it? I don't know what it's like up there in Derbyshire, but probably it's not 22. I was talking to my cousin King James in Scotland only yesterday, and he told me that it was absolutely, well, I won't use the words that he said, but piddling down in downtown Scotland. So what can you say? There we are. Big shout out to Queen Karine, and of course to the superstar known as Miss Darling. There we are. No monkeying about, straight to it. The superstar known as Princess Miss Darling. There we are. She's coming down to Paphos in the near future, end of the summer, not far away. Time just it's gone, isn't it? And then you're here. So we'll get her on camera to Chuchka dancing down the Kate of Paphos promenade. That is for sure. Now, we have arrived in Paya. How do we know that? Because just over there on the right hand side there's a white wall with some green letters. It's got a bit of Greeklish on it, but then it says welcome to Paya municipality. So that means that we have arrived in Paya. Now, this little roundabout that's coming up, you can take a right just before it and go into Paya village. So you'd be in Lower Paya, Mid Paya and the village, and then you can wind your way up into the mountainside of Upper Paya. But we are going to go left and have a look at the Coral Bay Strip. Let's go and see if it's getting busy, because it's a weekend, as we understand, and slowly but surely it is ramping up. I'll have a slurp of me coffee as we take a left, and that little sign there says Coral Bay. This is the Coral Bay Strip. Let's go and have a look. One or two restaurants around. Les Amis. Yep, that's going to open up a bit later, next door to the Rio Grande. That's one of Dame Anne's favourite restaurants, that's for sure. I think Fiona likes it as well. Fiona Cameron, if you're watching, I'm sure she likes to mosey on down to that restaurant, because it used to be up a little road down the side of the Alexander the Great. But of course it's not there anymore. It's now relocated to the Coral Bay Strip. You've got Chalky's Bar, you've got the Kikos Bar, you've got a big souvenir shop, and it's a fascinating souvenir shop there. Very, very diverse if you're in Coral Bay. There's Nicole, she's rapping away on someone's hair. This is the Othello's restaurant, one of our favourite restaurants. Demetrius and his mum Sue will be in there. Michael, his dad, will be in the kitchen. Very, very good chef, by the way. Been at it a long time, that's for sure. We've got a Japanese restaurant. We've got Stanley Betts, if your name is Dave Jono. And you've got the Blazing Salads Bar, if your name is Lord Ritchie. There we are. Big shout out to Lord Ritchie and Lady Zuska. Some superstars who regularly comment and like to contribute to the channel, known as Marika and me. On that note, if you're wondering how to keep us afloat, how to keep these videos coming, all you have to do is either hunt us down on the Super Thanks. That's, well, by the like and all those buttons, scroll across, you'll find Super Thanks. You can hit that once or twice and send us a little bit of money. Thank you very, very much. Or go and hunt us down or buy me a coffee, where you can buy us a coffee or two. And we'll pop your money in the tank and continue to make these videos especially for you. And if there's something special that you want, like Mr. Matt the other day, he wanted me to mention his wife and to surprise his wife on her birthday and to tell her that she was having a surprise holiday to Paphos. So perhaps it's quite romantic. I thought it was very romantic, and he actually thought I'd forgotten about it, but I hadn't. I put it into my diary and I knew exactly when Miss Tony's birthday was. So big shout out to Tony and to Matt. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you for all those copies. Really appreciate it. And I'm drinking one as we speak. There it is. There we go. I'm having a quick coffee. Thanks very much. Coral Bay Beach, that's on the left hand side. Big car park, and possibly the best beach in Paphos. Although I believe if we keep going along here a bit further, we will come to the Coralia Beach, and I believe that Coralia Beach is that little bit better. The rock formation I think is more attractive. I think its angle or its latitude I think is much nicer as the sun hits the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And I also think that the sand is that little bit more browny goldy. I think it's that little bit more pleasant, and it's not quite as busy because of course most people don't know where it is. Most people have heard of the famous Coral Bay Beach, and that's where they go. So if you are on foot and you're following me now, coming up very shortly, we're going to go past the Coral Bay Beach Hotel and Resort, Superstar Hotel. We've got Dave all the way from Anglesey. Well, he's kind of come down and mosey on down here, and he's going to stay here with his partner in crime, Rachel. Superstars have stayed there in the past. Who were they? Well, one of them is a superstar amongst all superstars. The one and only man known as Viscount Paul Butler. Hope you're doing all right, Paul. And Miss Bev, they came down, and of course they brought some friends with them as well, and they had a great time. Miss Jeannie, Mr. Allen, all the way from up in Scotland. Hello to you. A very good morning. So if we turn down here, as it says, Coralia Beach Hotel and Apartments. So that's over there on the right hand side, but right in front of us is the main car park, and you've got one or two restaurants hanging around, and they are kissing the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And this is Coralia Beach, which probably is the best beach in the whole of Paphos. Feast your eyes and digest. As you can see, the car park's pretty busy, but it's a beautiful beach. It really is. So if you are in the Coral Bay or the Paya area, I suggest that you come down and have a look at this beach, Coralia Beach. There it is. Look at that. Feast your eyes and digest. There's a big sand mound. They've raked all this sand out, and then what they do is go and re-scatter it out. You've got some great rock formations. You've got a great little jetty to the rear of the Coral Bay Beach Hotel. You've got water sports, as I said, restaurant, cafeterias. There's all sorts of things going on. So if you come out here, you're going to have a great day, that's for sure. And a beautiful goldeny browny sandy beach. It really is a nice beach. So let's keep going and head out towards the area known as Sea Caves, shall we? There we are. I'll bet the ears of Lord Richard and Lady Julie Nash and the Viscount known as Leo, Lady Leah's pricked up. Sea Caves. because they lived in sea caves for just over a year. And the Viscount Leo, he went to the TLC school, yes. And then they relocated again and went back to Wiltshire, where, well, the Lord is now doing a bit of drug dealing. Only joking, he's got a company that makes pharmaceuticals to the health industry. And he's got a couple of bob, and he's also invested a little bit in that Bitcoin thing, back when Bitcoin was cheap, and he hung on to it, and now he's got an awful lot of Bitcoin money. There we go. So he treated himself to a new gangster machine. It's a rather gangsterish looking one of these Land Rover Defenders with all sorts of bits and bobs on it. And he's got a big dog called Blue that likes to hang out in the back of it, but the dog said it was a bit uncomfortable. So Lord Richard is a very, very clever man, and he's got a friend called Sean Broad, great mechanic and a great car bodywork man. But Richard, like I said, is a very, very clever man. He understood that if he chucks him in the back, Mr. Blue, the dog, can snuggle up and have a slightly more comfortable ride. So big, big shout out to you, the dog known as Blue, and he is a beautiful dog, by the way. And a big, big shout out to you, Sean Broad, who's curled up in the back. Hopefully you managed to hook up the lights, because Blue doesn't like to sleep in the dark. There we are. So this is the road in Lower Coral Bay, and slowly but surely it goes out towards Sea Caves, and that's where we are actually heading. So you're going to finish with a truly, truly spectacular view out across the beautiful rock formations and across the beautiful blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. So if you're wondering about where Marika is, she's popped over to see her mum, and she's going to be back in around about a week's time. So the fun and games will commence again. Tchotchke dancing, harbour storming, hotel storming. We haven't forgotten any of the requests, I promise you that. And they'll all be coming very, very soon. But Mum, Hope, is feeling that little bit better. And talking about Hope, there's a superstar all the way over in Russia, and her name is Hope, and she made a logo for Marika and me. And one of these, Miss Hope, one of these days, I'll work out how to shrink that logo down, and I promise you, I will get it onto our videos. And very, very much appreciated. And we know you're still watching. If you feel like commenting again, please do. I appreciate every comment that anyone gives, and slowly but surely we're working our way through the backlog, and we will always answer the comments as best as we can. So thanks for watching, and thanks for coming back, Miss Hope. Thank you very much. Many, many superstars come back over and over, and we say that we bring a bit of happiness into their lives. Just for Rebecca, if we can bring some happiness to you, hopefully we can again and again. And hopefully you are whizzing around in your rather nice Mercedes B-Class and enjoying it, shall we say. There we are. Right, technically we're in the Sea Caves area. This is the lower road from Coral Bay. So we are in Coral Bay, and we're headed out towards Sea Caves. Gentleman asked me the other day, money no object, where would I buy a house? Well, this is the area around here, but I would like to be literally on the seafront, so I would need quite a lot of your money, that's for sure. Somewhere between 5 and 10 million euros, and as I said, if you're going to give me that kind of money to buy me a house, perhaps you can give me another couple of million, and then I could buy 1 or 2 cars. We don't want a Bentley anymore, because as Lord Richie has told us, they're for poor people. Did you hear that, Miss Andrew? They're for poor people. So we've upgraded, and we now want a rather nice black Rolls-Royce Wraith. We also want a rather nice black Rolls-Royce Phantom, and we also want a rather nice black Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Why is that? Because when someone says, which Rolls-Royce do you drive, we can just simply say, all of them. There we are. That's my little joke for the moment. Coming up here, quite a sensible vehicle for Cyprus, by the way, is one of these Jeep Renegades. They're quite sensible, aren't they? But they're not cheap. If you want to buy a new one of those, they're around 60,000–70,000 euros, so they're not a cheap car. Anyway, here's my house coming up on the left-hand side. That would be the house for me. Spectacular house, sitting on the very, very edge of the blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. I could quite happily live there with my collection of Rolls Royces. So keep buying the coffees is all I can say. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and we're going to come to the end of this road, and you are going to get a spectacular view out across the blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea, and across the beautiful structures, rocks formations known as sea caves. Many, many people come down here and well, feast their eyes and digest, and it blows their mind. These structures are quite incredible, and and there are caves, but please be very careful. Obviously it can be quite slippery, some of the surfaces, and if you fall, well, it obviously can be quite painful and possibly even terminal. So please be very careful indeed. Look at that, wow, doesn't get much better. This is the area known as Sea Caves. Let's circumnavigate down here and allow you to finish on a truly spectacular view indeed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Now that is a view to die for.